Okay, so terrain. I've managed to get the terrain looking quite realistic. I can edit the terrain, and I've now added a little bit of texture blending, which is working after the fashion. So let's add a terrain. Let's put some sunlight on it so we can actually see it better. And if we just go back a little bit, this has all been created with my new editor that I can paint directly onto the if I come back, I've still got a little bit of a problem with really sharp edges, although it is getting better. We just come back here and open the editor. We can actually see that this is for painting, sculpting the terrain. That's all working really nicely now. This is for adding where we're blending. This would be good if there could be like an underlay of the terrain so you could actually see where it is, but it's all working. So tiling size works. We can make some changes to the I can't remember. You can just see it changes it, so you can make it so it's more rocky. You can adjust where the textures, how they go. Slight jump there, a little bit too far. You know, it's just starting to come together, and it works quite nice. It's all if I spin round to the other bits, you can see it's all affected with how the rocks start and where the green on the flatter bits works. I'm really rather impressed with this, considering I'm a real novice at all this programming stuff, and to have been able to work a lot of this stuff out and sorted a lot of this stuff out, and the enjoyment I'm getting out of it. I spend far too long doing it. No two ways about that. How's this being achieved? Well, pretty much it's all being achieved in this single header file, which basically we set up all the main terrain. This is the main terrain part. We set up all the things we need in here. There are a few things in the global variables as well for the terrain editing and the indexes and positions and tiling factor, slope, height, blend range and things like that. So there are things in other files. We come into here. This is basically information for the IAM-GUI tree list. We start off, this comes through, we get, again, I can't explain it all because it would want somebody smarter than me to explain it, but this basically sets up all the information we need for getting for drawing the terrain. Then we push all that back into these vectors. It just all comes through. This is where this tells us on the output thing how many vertices and strips and verts per strip we're getting. This builds the actual mesh, which very similar to, you know, building any other mesh, a cube or any other mesh. This is we do a reload here, so when we update we get the new information, which is in the entity node bit here, comes through to here. We have a should add cube, a should add terrain. which is exactly the same as a should add cube, I might say. There's no difference to it. I'm still setting up the textures slightly clunky. I'd like to get to a point where I could select the 3 textures. This is mixing 3 textures together. I'd like to get to a point where I can select those 3 textures instead of having them preset. At the moment I can't, so there's something to this is the update terrain part, which just basically updates the texture, for updating the texture and updating spit it out in a minute, the map that's generating the terrain comes through here. There's lots of bits that have had to been done with the shaders. This is for the lighting, that's in the lighting header. This is all new to it, and then we literally draw the terrain. It's I nearly said it's that simple, but it isn't that simple. It's really bloody complicated. For me it's really complicated. I've gone backwards and forwards, round and round, trying to make it work. It does work. It works quite nicely in my opinion for what it is. Then this is just it just draws another a floor or a ceiling type thing if you need it. I'm going to do a water terrain so as I can have the main terrain and then have a water plane that will show up either at the edge of the terrain or in indentations in the terrain. This is my terrain editor, which we use to edit different bits of the terrain and the texture. This is mainly all I am GUI stuff in here. All this code's on GitHub. I've uploaded it before I made the video. It's all up to date. Should work. Works on my machine. If any of it's any use to anybody, I think that's fantastic. If anybody wants to make any use of it. Anyhow, my next project is, I'm just starting, literally today I'm starting on trying to implement a skybox, and see if we can add a skybox to it, which I think will be quite nice. It doesn't at the moment, this doesn't come back to whatever you've set it up to. There's no settings being saved, so it comes back to the default on the texture. You'd have to re-edit it to make it. I'd have to have some way of saving the information, which I haven't got at the moment. Anyhow, there we go. That's where I am at the moment. Skybox next. Thanks for watching if you did.